227,395 points. 8th place is Jay Stads over at the Bird's Nest with 228,070 points. With 229,965 points in 7th place, we got Chapster over at Moe's. 6th place is Diesel over at Eagle St. James with 249,030 points. With 278,230 points in 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 4th place is Burgar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 282,650 points. 3rd place with 286,880 points, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 2nd place is Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 345,205 points. With 367,335 points, find themselves in 1st place. We got a big-time player, Forget You D, over at VFW Austin.
That is some big-time stuff, but on the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 825,545 points. With 845,790 points right ahead of him in 9th, it's LJ's in Miltona. 8th place now sits with Corner Pocket and Rice with 868,550 points. But with 904,320 points in 7th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 6th place sits with Billy's Rockford with 923,335 points. Then to the 1 million point club. 5th place sits with VFW Northfield with 1,170,665 points. With 1,354,820 points in 4th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 3rd place is Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,512,980 points. With 1,643,255 points in 2nd place, it's Mabel Liquor Store. And in 1st place, last season's champions are holding strong as Poppers in Virginia is in 1st place with 1,665,140 points.
Definitely a great standings. Make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world to make sure you guys can earn points on those PGL nights, as well as get a bunch of insider information, including a few things about PyCon. Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of happy hour bingo. We're first getting into a little game of Lucky 4 bingo where we got $27,806 on the line. It should be an absolute blast, and I'm going to be streaming here with you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. Definitely some great stuff there. But getting rolled for this next game as I talk about these locations that just got some brand new Pilot TVs. Those locations are Municipal Liquor Store Moose Lake, Sidewinders, Polar Bar, as well as Roddy's Bar. Super exciting stuff, and we absolutely love it whenever we get those Pilot TVs out there. So if you're out there with one of those great Pilot TVs, make sure you're checking in. Let us know what's happening at whatever bar location, and maybe even take a player pick with that great new Pilot TV so that we could shoot you out some luck. But we should be switching over to this game of Lucky 4 Bingo. Let's see what we're working with right here. As we got $27,830 on the line that we are still in line to be able to get to hit, and it looks like we've worked past that. Now we're going to see if we can get that major prize out, as we will be in line to be able to take this one home. Let's see, anybody can get one ball away right here, and it doesn't look like it, but it does mean the mini prize is very much so on the line, as we're looking to see if one player can get one ball away right here, and it was not able to happen. That means we're moving on to that $4 Musco prize, as we still have a bunch of players 2 balls away, like Wifey, who is 1 ball away, as well as now a bunch more. We got Mixer, your boy Hob, as well as All trying to take this one home. We'll see who can get it as I talk about the jackpots we gave out just yesterday. But since we gave out 4 jackpots just yesterday, we have 26 jackpots given out during the last 7 days and 132 jackpots during this season 12. Should be a lot of really good stuff there. And let's see, before I get into Thursday's jackpots, we got a winner. Your boy Hob over at Fellas Lakeville taking home that $4 Musco prize. But 11, 8, 70, and 72 are those lucky 4 numbers. Should be a really, really fun time as you guys got 3 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this first game of Skull Bingo. We got $66,288 on the line. And let's check out where all those prizes are sitting at before I get into what I just can't get into, that those jackpots that went out on Thursday. But Skull Bingo, we got a let me check what that jackpot is. $66,264. You guys can win that coverall in 50 balls or less. That large frame is going to be sitting over $2,115. You can take it home in 43 balls or less. And that line prize, $91. You can take home in 10 balls or less. And they should all be growing as you guys get enrolled in this next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But yesterday's jackpots, I can finally get into them. And the very first one went out to Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, who took home $1,160. We also had Wilkster taking home a jackpot yesterday over at the Ultimate Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $10,979. Also taking home a jackpot on Thursday, we had Pat Moore over at Commander's Bar JJ's Pub, taking home $1,261. And the final jackpot of Thursday went out to Monkey Claw over in Cahoots, taking home $802. Definitely a great list of jackpot winners there with some really fun names getting the wins, as well as some big-time players as well. But if you guys want to check out a brand new E-Tab game, it's huge. It's called Lots of Loons. Check out that loon bonus and try and win the biggest prizes. And I always get super excited whenever we release these new E-Tab games because we always try and put out the best graphics that we possibly can, as well as some really, really fun gameplay. So don't miss out on that brand new E-Tab game. And if you want to see a preview of that brand new E-Tab game, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree so that you guys can check out bar locations, other socials, and also a link to pgl.world, as well as a few other links on that link tree as well, and just a lot of information on that Facebook page that you can go check out, as Amelia, our head of social media, keeps it up to date all the time. It will also answer any kind of question you guys may have. You can just message in or comment on one of those Facebook posts, and we should be getting to you guys in just a few moments. But talking about jackpots on the line, we have jackpots rolling all day long. And we get every single day started off with some Twins Bingo. That runs from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock every single day. We were not able to give out that jackpot today, and so that means it's growing and rolling into tomorrow, as it's over $2,000 for you guys during that lunchtime time for Saturday. But we do have some Jackpot Hunter that always comes after that Twins Bingo. It's the 25-cent edition of Jackpot Hunter that runs from 1 all the way till 4. You got a mega, major, and a minor prize on the line that you can win, and that minor prize goes out all the time. We give out a few during that 1 to 4 time, as it clicks up 4 balls every $50. Starts off at 52 balls or less. As soon as it hits that $50 mark, it clicks up from 52 to 56. $100 it clicks up from 56 to 60, and at $150 it clicks up from 60 to 64 balls or less. So don't miss out on those great games of Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. But we're in Skull Bingo, where we have a $263 line prize, a $2,297 large frame, and a $66,458 large frame, as we got Mudcat 1 ball away as we click past that line prize to a Musco prize of $15. And we already got it going out to your boy Hob as well as Viddy. They're splitting up that line prize of $15. Viddy over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, and your boy Hob over at Goodfellas Lakeville. Your boy Hob having a really good start to this happy hour. And our happy hour always comes after that Jackpot 125-cent edition, and that runs from 4 all the way till 6. We like to bracket our games with a little Lucky 4 action, as that starts us off as well as ends off our night. We were not able to give out that Jackpot and Lucky 4 bingo, so it's growing and rolling into our 6 o'clock opportunity. But while we wait, might as well play a little bit of Skull Bingo that will be leading you all the way up until that 6 o'clock opportunity of Lucky 4. And even after that final game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you'll get more opportunities of Skull Bingo from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. It should be an absolute blast with that jackpot of $66,000. If it doesn't go out during this happy hour, you'll definitely want to come out for that 6 to 10 time to take home some more great prizes. But we even have some specialty nights that we need to talk about, as 2 nights during our week we have PGL game nights. Our first one of the week is always MegaSota game night, and that starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki come to you guys and try and give out all the best prizes, as well as give out some points towards your PGL standings. You could even play that grand finale of Jackpot Jungle, the $1 edition, that you could take home $28,095 if you win it in 54 balls or less. But then the second PGL night is actually one I get to be part of, as me and Jordy always come out for TwinsWinsDay. That comes to you guys live 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Bunch of PGL points there as well. And you can also take home some really nice prizes in our Wipeout Blackout games, which have just came back after we had that great grand finale 2 weeks ago, where we gave out the coverall prize in our own Jackpot Jungle games. But we do have a winner on this large frame, as we have Chucky, Hans, Marco, as well as Patriot, all splitting up that $25 large frame, as we also gave out that $35 coverall Musco prize out to Marco over at Friar Tuck's Pub. Good job to all these winners in game number 1 of Skull Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 2. I'm going to be taking a quick break, and I'll be back in just a little bit to talk about all the winners from the previous games, as well as watch a game with you guys.
guys, over the past weekend, we ended up giving out 9 jackpots over the weekend, and that is an awesome, awesome weekend in Season 12, and I can't wait to talk about these winners.
Oh, yeah, but the first one that went out on Friday went out to Rondo over at Patrick's on 3rd, taking home $845.10.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Gio on Friday over at Bleachers, taking home $1,195.
Yeah, good job. We also had Hooey over at Outtakes, taking home $1,120.
That's right, and then Saturday got started off right with the largest jackpot of the weekend, going out to Bliss over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $6,175.
Then we had Why Not Me Q over at Boulder Tap House Rochester, taking home $924.
Nicely done. And then finishing out Saturday, we had Teresa Jim over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $765.
Well, to start off Sunday, we had Betty over at Manana Hilltop Tavern, taking home $3,789.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Rox Jim over at Adagio's, taking home $886.
Yeah, and the final jackpot of these lovely 9 jackpots we gave out was Vicky over at Ottertail Supper Club, taking home $1,822. And make sure you guys come out for our live bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. We love giving out these jackpots, and hopefully we can see your name get added to this list. Hey guys, and we love our Twins bingo that runs during lunchtime from 12 to 1 every single day. And we have a crazy standings with all those players that have been earning points during that lunchtime.
Absolutely, so hopping right into the player standings. In 10th place, we got Juicy Loser over at VFW Columbia Heights with 30,000 points. Then in 9th, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 33,000, but with 44,000 points. In 8th place, we have Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 7th place, it's with Tez over at Poppers with 46,000, but with 71,000 points. In 6th place, it's Red at American Legion Fridley. 5th place, it's with Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 76,000 points. Then in 4th place, it's Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 81,000 points. But with 84,000 points right ahead of him in 3rd place, it's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. Second place sits with Grub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 93,000. And then with 94,000 in first place, it is Loser Dave.
Yeah, definitely a great player standings, but into the location side, in 10th place, we got Roosevelt Bar in Eveleth with 33,000 points. With 35,000 points in 9th place, we got the Floppy Crappie over Pokegama Township. 8th place is Miniger's Sports Hub in La Crescent with 45,000 points. With 62,000 points in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 63,000 points. With 105,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 121,000 points. With 140,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 214,000 points. And with 227,000 points in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
That's some pretty impressive stuff already for the season 12. Well, make sure you guys are coming out from 12 to 1, whether it be that Twins Bingo or Vikings Bingo, and try your hand at the Twiking Zone.
Hey, and I am back for a little bit more of this Skull Bingo action. We got $66,436 on that coverall jackpot. Should be getting even larger as you guys continue to get enrolled into this game. So make sure you guys continue to do so as I talk about... Ooh, excuse me. We got a few great national days to talk about. And our first national day is International Youth Day. Each year on August 12th, we observe an International Youth Day. On this day, we celebrate youth across the globe to honor the promising future in today's society. In addition, the day also brings worldwide awareness to issues that youth face in their lives on a daily basis. Yeah, I think it's a great day. I think supporting the youth is huge, as they are the future of the world, and some benefits to even just having conversations with your child, or maybe a niece or a nephew, or just a kid that you're close with. Listening to your child will strengthen your bond. I think that's a very clear one. Having lots of conversation always helps with that relationship. Help them in communication. I think that's a huge one as well. Just being able to communicate your feelings, being able to communicate your thoughts, opinions, what you value in life. Helping your kids be able to verbalize those kinds of things is always a huge one. Helping in development of social skills. skills. I think that's something that's super important right now, especially in a very tech-driven society where everything is over the phone, Facebook messaging, Facebook posting, and that's how you keep up with people's lives. And so being able to have those conversations, to develop those social skills is huge. We do have a banger over at Bolus Liquors taking home that $13 line prize. We're now working on a $2,457 large frame and a $66,571 coverall jackpot. We'll see if we can give it out, as money bag is 6 balls away. But I'm going to keep on talking about ways it helps with the children, and it also helps build self-esteem. Your child are well aware that your time and your attention are valuable. So giving them your undivided time and attention, you make them feel valued. I think that's very, very true. The more time you put into them, the more they feel like you really care. Helping them academically. While many of us understand that being actively listen to children, actively listening to children, they feel respected, valued, understood. They are studies shown that listening helps children in ways that aren't really obvious. It's said that a caring, understanding parent can considerably increase the odds that your child can completing their homework by 6 times, especially if children are struggling at school. We do have a large frame prize going out to Lilo J over at Beatles Bar and Grill, taking home $22, as we also clicked over that coverall prize to a $33 must-go. We got a few players 2 balls away, but it's Lilo J over at Beatles Bar and Grill in Rochester, getting the double win on this one, taking home $33 on that coverall prize. Good job to all the winners in this game number 4, but we got some winners in that game number 5 that I want to talk about. Game number 2 and 3 that I missed out on as we took a break. And the line prize winner in round 2 was Stella over at Saxon Hill, and Marco over at Friar Tuck's Pub. They both split up $11. The large frame went out to Marco over at Friar Tuck's Pub, taking home $18. And then the coverall in game number 2 went out to Wifey over at Moe's Mounds View, taking home $28. In round 3 of Skull Bingo, we had Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon and Me B Win at Sergeant Pepper's. They took home the line prize jackpot, splitting up $430. Good job to the both of you guys taking home that jackpot. We also had a large frame prize in that game number 3 go out to Marco over at Friar Tuck's Pub, taking home $29, as well as a coverall prize going out to Jazz over at Sidewinders, winning $44. Definitely some really, really great stuff in those past couple games. But I can keep on talking about benefits to talking to the youth, and that can enhance their emotional awareness by talking to them, can definitely help them understand what is going on in life and how to understand how people are feeling. Exchanging thoughts and ideas is always a great one to add in there, as being able to express those ideas becomes a lot easier when they have a comfortable present to be able to express them to. Receiving that undivided attention can not only just increase that confidence, it also can increase creativity, as you can bring in a whole different mindset to them. And being open-minded, being able to understand people is always a big one, because everyone deals with these different angers, fears, or anxieties, and kids deal with these things as well. So being able to talk with them about it can help them be a little bit more open-minded to certain people's situations. And definitely a bunch of great things about International Youth Day, celebrating the young people today. If you got a kid, make sure you give them a little bit of attention. Here's a little bit of luck, because always a good day to celebrate the youth around the world. We do have that $208 line prize, a $2,501 large frame prize, and a $66,601 coverall prize. Next up on our National Day list is World Elephant Day. Join in the worldwide observance on August 12th of one of Earth's most magnificent creatures. It's World Elephant Day. We do have a winner on that line prize going out to Funk over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, taking home that great Musco line prize of $12. Now working on a $2,501 jackpot on that large frame prize. We'll see if we can give this one out. But I definitely think elephants are one of the cooler animals to exist in the entire world, as they're just ginormous creatures. But let's find out a little bit more about elephants, as it is National Elephant Day. And here's one fun fact about elephants, is they are the world's largest land animal. I think that's pretty obvious, as I would not guess anything else, as elephants are absolutely ginormous. They can actually tell the 3 species apart by their ears. So all the different elephants have different style ears, and you can tell them apart from different qualities. Their trunks have mad skills. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, there's a bunch of muscles that go into moving an elephant's trunk, and not only does it have that, but it also has what you'd call fingers on that trunk, so that they can grab, pick up things, do a bunch of things. They can also swim through deep waters by sticking their snout above the water so that they can breathe. It's really interesting of how many uses elephant can have for their trunk. Their tusks are actually teeth, fun fact. Elephant tusks are actually in large incisor teeth, which first appear when the elephant is around 2 years old. Tusks continue to grow throughout their lives. We do have a winner, a split win on that large frame prize, $20, getting split between Wifey, Kika, yeah, just them two splitting up $20, as we're now working on a $30 Musco coverall prize, as we have Kika over at Moose Lodge, Invergrove Heights, getting the double win on this one, taking home all to themselves $30 on that coverall. Good job to all those winners in game number 5 of Skull Bingo. We're flying through these games, and I'm going to be taking a break for the next 2 games, and I'll be back for a little bit more Skull Bingo action. There it is, 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
over the past weekend, we ended up giving out 9 jackpots over the weekend, and that is an awesome, awesome weekend in Season 12, and I can't wait to talk about these winners.
Oh, yeah, but the first one that went out on Friday went out to Rondo over at Patrick's on 3rd, taking home $845.10.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Gio on Friday over at Bleachers, taking home $1,195.
Yeah, good job. We also had Hooey over at Outtakes, taking home $1,120.
That's right, and then Saturday got started off right with the largest jackpot of the weekend going out to Blitz.
Hey guys, and I am back for a little bit more Skull Bingo action. We got 10 seconds to get enrolled in this next game as we have $66,620 on the line. But as you guys are getting in on this game, we got balls dropping on this game already. Should be some really, really fun stuff. Let's check out what these jackpots are looking like before I get into this next national day. And it's $474 on that line prize, $2,730 on that large frame prize, and $66,793 on that coverall jackpot. Really, really good stuff, as we already got players 2 balls away, and we got a jackpot winner, Leo J over at Beatles Bar and Grill, taking home $474. Awesome stuff from Lilo J over at Beatles Bar. Definitely a great jackpot on that line prize. Now we're working on that $2,730 large frame. Hopefully we can get this out in time, and maybe we can give out all 3 of the jackpots in this game. But our next national day is National Julian Fries Day. Each year on National Julian Fries Day on August 12th, everyone fries up skinny slices, sliced potatoes for a delicious and crunchy treat. I kind of relate these to shoestring fries, so I think I'd be all over this, as shoestring fries are some of my favorite fries to eat. My top 3 favorite fries are going to be curly fries, sweet potato fries, and shoestring fries. So I think I can get behind these Julian fries, as they seem really, really tasty. And we'll see if we can find anything more about these great fries. As Julian fries is a culinary knife cut in which the food item is cut into long, thin strips similar to matchsticks. Common items to be julienned are, as well as the fries, you got carrots, you got celery, you got potatoes, as well as cucumber, that they all use this same cut to be able to create this. But the one we're celebrating on today is the potato being cut in that style, as we are on Julian Fry Day. But we'll see if anything else, if we can find anything else about it. Or we could just look up stuff about, we can find out some stuff about fries, as we got a winner on that large frame, and it's Nora over at the Doghouse in Maplewood, taking home $29 on that Musco coverall. And now we're working on, the Musco coverall of $44. We'll see if we can give that one out to one of these great players who are 1 ball away. And we got a winner already, as we got Landan over at the Boulder Tap House in Baxter, taking home $44. Good job to all the players in this game. We're about to be getting enrolled into our very next game of Skull Bingo, with those jackpots on the large frame and coverall still growing. But we did just have Lilo J take home the win, so congrats to Lilo J. But in those games before, as I was off on those games, in Skull Bingo round number 6, we had line prize going out to Boozy over at Beatles Bar and Grill, as well as Jesse over at Moose Lodge Waite Park, taking home $13. Then the large frame went out to Sunny D over at Gabe's by the Park, taking home $21. And then $32 went out to Jim over at the Good Sport, on that coverall prize. In Skull Bingo round number 7, we had a line prize go out to Jim over at the Good Sport, taking home $14. A large frame that went out to Bunny over at Duffy's Bar and Grill, taking home $23. And then we had a giant split coverall going to Davey over at the Shed in Ridgeway, and Skull at Pappy's Place, as well as Kika over at Moose Lodge Invergrove Heights. They all split up $34 on that one. And I got that jackpot jackpot winner as Lilo J was able to take home a whopping total of $474. Really, really great stuff. But some facts that you may not know about fries is that fries go by many different names. Yeah, I've heard this before. So you see French fries or simply just fries. Some people, if you're from the United Kingdom, they call them chips. And so really, really cool stuff. Even in France, they call them frites. French fries might not be French. French fries have quite a complicated origin story. The French and Spanish and Belgians all claim to have invented them, and no one really knows whose story is true. So lots of different options for this one. Thomas Jefferson introduced fries to America. McDonald's sells insane amounts of French fries as they sell 7% of potatoes grown in the U.S. are McDonald's French fries. That is ridiculous, and a third of all French fries consumed in the United States come from those lovely golden arches. The average American eats almost 30 pounds of fries a year, and there's a museum dedicated to French fries, and you can find that museum in, let's see, in Bruges, Belgium. Really, really cool stuff. But we are in this game as we click past that line jackpot to a $15 must-go line prize. We got $2,771 on that large frame prize and $66,814 on that coverall. Should be some fun stuff. As we got Jim over at the Good Sport taking home that line prize of $15. Now we'll see if we can give out that large frame jackpot as we talk about our next national day, and that's National Vinyl Record Day. Get spinning on August 12th with National Vinyl Record Day. Whether it is the Beatles, Elvis Presley, the Monkees, Johnny Cash, or the Bee Gees, vinyl records have a sound all their own. Most will agree vintage vinyl is a classic, is as classic as the bands themselves. Yeah, I think vinyl records, super, super cool stuff, and there definitely is a different sound to hearing it come off a vinyl record than it is to hear it from your Apple Music or whatever it is. So there are a few things that I would definitely love to have on vinyl. One person that I think would definitely, like, you got normal Elvis Presley, but I feel like over a vinyl player, Elvis Presley has to be just that little bit better. His voice just seems like it would translate so well to the vinyl record. But we can look up the most expensive vinyl records. And the 10 most expensive vinyl records ever sold at number 3. The third highest one is Elvis Presley, My Happiness, which sold for $3,000. The Beatles, The Beatle White Album sold for $790, and the number 1 was the Wu-Tang Clan, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, which sold for $2 million. Definitely crazy, crazy stuff there. But we do have a large frame prize going out to Lilo J over at Beatles Bar and Grill, taking home $25. Lilo J having a really good Skull Bingo run of things as they just keep on getting wins. And then we got that $37 must-go coverall prize going out, being split between Big Winner over at the Hideaway Bar and Cinders over at Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. Good job to all these winners in this game. That means you guys are about to get enrolled into another game of Skull Bingo. I'm going to be taking a quick break, but I'll be back to talk about all the winners in these upcoming games, as well as the crazy prizes that we're trying to give out in the current game. Hey guys, and we love our happy hour standings where you guys get to play a bunch of different games, a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo action, a little bit of Skull Bingo action, and we got these standings right here.
Absolutely, and on the player side of things, we start off strong with a 3-way tie in 10th between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville, all with 10,000 points. Next up, we have another 3-way tie, this time in 7th place between Dustball 75 at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby at American Legion Fridley. All 3 of those players with 11,000 points. Then with 12,000 in 6th place, we got Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon. 5th place is Chica over at Willie McCoy's of Andover with 13,000. Then with 15,000 in 4th place, it's Billany at VFW Blaine. 3rd place is Lars over at Anamia Vets Club with 17,000. Then with 20,000 points in 2nd place, it's Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. 1st place, though, is Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Definitely a great player side to those standings. Into the location side, in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. With 17,000 points in 8th place, we have a two-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover. 7th place is Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000 points. With 23,000 points in 6th place, we got VFW Blaine. 5th place is Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. With 33,000 points in 4th place, we got the American Legion Fridley. Then in 3rd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. With 46,000 points in 2nd place, we got Anamia Vets Club. And in 1st place, with a total of 80,000 points, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
Wow, I love keeping track of these standings, but make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 4 to 6 to try your hand at the Happy Hour games.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
We love our specialty nights. You can check those out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but they have been competing all season long already for these PGL standings.
Oh yeah, and in 10th place, we got Tavern over at Claremont Pub with 222,430 points. 9th place is Deb Daniels over at HR Pesties with 227,395 points. 8th place is Jay Stads over at the Bird's Nest with 228,070 points. With 229,965 points in 7th place, we got Chapster over at Moe's. 6th place is Diesel over at Eagle St. James with 249,030 points. With 278,230 points in 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 4th place is Burgar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 282,650 points. 3rd place with 286,880 points, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 2nd place is Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 345,205 points. With 367,335 points, find themselves in 1st place. We got a big-time player, Forget You D, over at VFW Austin.
That is some big-time stuff, but on the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 825,545 points. with 845,790 points. Right ahead of them in 9th, it's LJ's in Miltona. 8th place now sits with Corner Pocket and Rice with 868,550 points. But with 904,320 points in 7th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 6th place sits with Billy's Rockford with 923,335 points. Then to the 1 million point club. 5th place sits with VFW Northfield with 1,170,665 points. With 1,354,820 points in 4th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 3rd place is Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,512,980 points. With 1,643,255 points in 2nd place, it's Mabel Liquor Store. And in 1st place, last season's champions are holding strong as Poppers in Virginia is in 1st place with 1,665,140 points.
Definitely a great standings. Make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world to make sure you guys can earn points on those PGL nights, as well as get a bunch of insider information, including a few things about PyCon. There it is, 53 balls. Hey guys, and I'm back for some more Skull Bingo. We got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game of Skull Bingo. We got $66,810 on the line. Should be an absolute blast, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play, and hopefully we can give out one of these amazing jackpots. But just in the last few games, we've had some great winners, and let's talk about some of those winners. As in round number 10, we had on that line prize, we had big winner over at the Hideaway Bar, taking home $251, meaning they took home the line prize jackpot, meaning we've given out already 3 different line jackpots during these games, but we got $267 available on that line prize now, and we'll see if we can give it out in this game right here. We also got $2,980 on that large frame and $66,978 on that coverall jackpot. But to continue on with the winners in that round number 10, we had a large frame go out to Dustball 75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $25. And then the coverall winner went out to Snags over at American Legion Spicer, taking home $37. But we got a winner on that line prize as we got SRH over at Maple Liquor Store, taking home $17 on that line prize. Good job to our winners in that round number 10, as well as SRH getting the win. I'll have those round number 11 winners to you guys in just a moment. But we are getting into our next national day, and this next national day is National Middle Child Day. Each year on August 12th, National Middle Child Day honors the in-between child in the family. Of course, larger families celebrate more than one middle child too. Yeah, I am from a family of where there was 4 different siblings. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and it was an absolute blast. I had 2 younger siblings. One was, two middle siblings, as one was a girl, so she didn't get really treated like a middle sibling. But I have my brother Ben, which you guys have seen on air all the time, and he's kind of more of that stereotypical middle sibling that you'd see. He's great. He got a lot of attention as a kid, but there were definitely times where we were like, yeah, that's middle child. Like, he just disappeared, played a video game for 6 hours, and then after those 6 hours, we were like, where did Ben go? And then we finally figure out that, oh, he was up in his room playing a video game. But we do have a wifey over at Moe's in Mounds View, taking home $28 on that Musco large frame. Now we got that Musco coverall sitting at $43. We'll see if we can give it out to Wheezy, Lucky Dog, as well as a lot more players 3 balls away. Now Just Win is 1 ball away. We'll see if they can just win this $43 Musco coverall prize. And it looks like they did just win over at Shooter's Saloon and Eatery, taking home $43 on this game number 12 of Skull Bingo. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 13, so keep on getting enrolled and press and play. But I got the winners from that round number 11 of Skull Bingo, the one that just happened right before this game, and the lion prize went out to Rob over at Farmington Tap House and Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They both split up $14. Then we had a $22 large frame go out to Loud over at the Uptown Tavern and Rooftop, taking home $22. And the coverall prize went out to Big Winner over at the Hideaway Bar, as well as Wheezy over at Double R Saloon, taking home $33. Really good stuff in that game of Skull Bingo, and I'm super excited to see if we can give out a jackpot in this game number, I think it is now game number 13 of Skull Bingo. Flying through this, we're already halfway done with these games, as we only play 23 games of Skull Bingo, so continue to get enrolled and press play. But I got some fun middle child facts, as it's National Middle Child Day, and middle children may be endangered. There was a time during the first half of the 20th century when having 3 to 4 children was seen as the ideal number for parents, with 35% of moms between 40 and 44 having 4 children or more. Those numbers have been reversing for several decades, and now the average American consists of 3.14 people. On top of that, only 12% of women in their early 40s have 4 children or more. So less middle children than there used to be. So I think I don't know if that's a bad thing, good thing. I like a good middle child, so so interesting stuff. Middle children can have the first-rate negotiation skills. Despite the common perception of middle children being resentful of their siblings and never getting enough attention from their parents, an author of The Secret Power of Middle Children has done extensive research on the subject that found that plight of middle children may actually be a positive thing later in life. One such trait is the ability to negotiate. Middle children are used are not used to getting their own way, and so they've become savvy, skillful manipulators. They can see all sides of a question and are empathetic and judge reactions well. They are more willing to compromise, and so they can argue successfully. Since they often have to wait around as kids, they are more patient. Interesting. That's really cool stuff. Their low self-esteem might not necessarily be a bad thing. Yeah, there's probably some benefits to that, as we do have a line prize winner going out to Eric B. over at Longville Municipal, taking home $19. Now working on a $3,074 large frame prize and a $67,056 coverall jackpot. Yeah, it can help with their ego, as well as it can help you in social circumstances. Middle children tend to be faithful in their relationships. Interesting. It's found that 80% of middle children claim they have never cheated on their partner, compared to 65% of firstborns and 53% of lastborns. Interesting. So, mattering on where you were born and your siblings, the likelihood of you cheating increases or decreases. That is really interesting. I would have never expected that, but 80% of middle children claim that they have never cheated on their partner. I think that's a great statistic, and hopefully we can raise that up a little bit more. And the final fun fact about middle children is some of the history's most important leaders were middle children. Though the conventional number have established that most U.S. presidents are firstborns, that same author that wrote that book contends that half of our commanders-in-chief are actually middle children. In an interview with NPR, she revealed that the connection between the presidency and middle children was obscure for years because of one strange quirk. Firstborn girls weren't traditionally counted as older siblings. Instead, firstborns were only taken into consideration when it came to males. Oh, I didn't know that. For the early years. We do have Landan over at Boulder Tap House taking home that Musco large frame prize of $31, and we got Boozy over at Beatles Bar and Grill taking home that coverall Musco prize of $47. Really good stuff in this game number 13. We're about to be getting rolled into a game number 14 with all these prizes continuing to grow in that game. You won't want to miss out on it, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as I take a break, and I'll be back with you guys in just 2 games. Boulder Tap House Rochester taking home $924.
Nicely done. And then finishing out Saturday, we had Teresa Jim over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove taking home $765.
Well, to start off Sunday, we had Betty over at Manana Hilltop Tavern taking home $3,789.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Rox Jim over at Adagio's taking home $886.
Yeah, and the final jackpot of these lovely 9 jackpots we gave out was Vicky over at Ottertail Supper Club, taking home $1,822. And make sure you guys come out for our live bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. We love giving out these jackpots, and hopefully we can see your name get added to this list. Hey guys, and we love our Twins bingo that runs during lunchtime from 12 to 1 every single day. And we have a crazy standings with all those players that have been earning points during that lunchtime.
Absolutely, so hopping right into the player standings. In 10th place, we got Juicy Loser over at VFW Columbia Heights with 30,000 points. Then in 9th, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 33,000, but with 44,000 points. In 8th place, we have Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 7th place sits with Tez over at Poppers with 46,000, but with 71,000 points. In 6th place, it's Red at American Legion Fridley. 5th place sits with Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 76,000 points. Then in 4th place, it's Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 81,000 points. But with 84,000 points right ahead of him in 3rd place, it's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd place sits with Grub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 93,000. And then with 94,000 in 1st place, it is Loser Dave.
Yeah, definitely a great player standings. But into the location side, in 10th place, we got Roosevelt Bar in Eveleth with 33,000 points. With 35,000 points in 9th place, we got the Floppy Crappie over at Pokegama Township. 8th place is Miniger's Sports Hub in La Crescent with 45,000 points. With 62,000 points in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 63,000 points. With 105,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 121,000 points. With 140,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 214,000 points. And with 227,000 points in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
That's some pretty impressive stuff already for the season 12. Well, make sure you guys are coming out from 12 to 1, whether it be that Twins bingo or Vikings bingo, and try your hand at the Twiking Zone.
guys, and we love our happy hour standings where you guys get to play a bunch of different games, a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo action, a little bit of Skull bingo action, and we got these standings right here.
Absolutely, and on the player side of things, we start off strong with a three-way tie in 10th between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville, all with 10,000 points. Next up, we have another three-way tie, this time in 7th place between Dustball 75 at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby at American Legion Fridley. All three of those players with 11,000 points. Then with 12,000 in 6th place, we got Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon. 5th place is Chica over at Willie McCoy's of Andover with 13,000. Then with 15,000 in 4th place, it's Billany at VFW Blaine. 3rd place is Lars over at Anami Vets Club with 17,000. Then with 20,000 points in 2nd place, it's Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. 1st place, though, is Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Definitely a great player side to those standings. Into the location side, in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. With 17,000 points in 8th place, we have a two-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover. 7th place is Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000 points. With 23,000 points in 6th place, we got VFW Blaine. 5th place is Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. With 33,000 points in 4th place, we got the American Legion Fridley. Then in 3rd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. With 46,000 points in 2nd place, we got Anami Vets Club. And in 1st place, with a total of 80,000 points, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
Wow, I love keeping track of these standings, but make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 4 to 6 to try your hand at the happy hour games.
Hey guys, and I'm back for a little bit more Skull Bingo action. We got $67,130 on that coverall jackpot. It should be continuing to grow as you guys get enrolled. $71,267 of total prizes in this game, so this should be a blast. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play as I talk about the winners from the last 2 games. In Skull Bingo, round number 14, we had K&K over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon, and Bo 22 over at the Country Lounge, Benji over at Valley Lanes, and Tank over at Shady's Railside, as well as Birdie over at VFW Coon Rapids, all splitting up $23. Before I get into the large frame winner in that round number 14, we do have an $894 line prize that we're trying to give out in this game right here. We got one more ball to give it out. Let's see if it happens right here. And it doesn't look like it. We're moving on to an Grave. Well, we do have a winner taking home $33 on that must-go prize. It's Grave over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids. Good job, but just one ball short from taking home that jackpot. But also in round number 14, we had a large frame winner of Big Winner over at the Hideaway Bar, taking home $37. And the coverall winner was Wheezy over at Double R Saloon, taking home $56. Definitely a great few winners in that round of Skull Bingo. Now we're working on that large frame prize in this game number 17. Game number 16. We'll see if we can give it out as we have Wolfstein 5 balls away. But moving on to Skull Bingo round number 15. We do have a line prize winner as Divine over at American Legion Shakopee was able to take home $29. Then we had a large frame prize go out to Just Win over at Shooters Saloon and Eatery, taking home $47, and then $71 went out as the must-go prize to Just Win over at Shooters Saloon and Eatery, getting the double win in that round number 15. But we're really hoping we can give out these jackpots in this game in 35,000, 3,000 still available on that large frame prize. We'll see if we can give it out in this next ball right here. And it doesn't look like we'll do it. We're clicking over to a $53 must-go large frame prize as Bow 22 is one ball away. And we're hoping we can get this out quickly so that we have a few balls to try and give out this $67,000 jackpot. But we may have to rely on the double win on this one. But it doesn't seem to be a double win. It's just a single win as we got Sizzler over at Shooter's Saloon and Eatery taking home $53. Now we're working on an $80 must-go coverall prize as we got a few players 2 balls away, and we should be giving it out in just a little bit. And while you guys are trying to get this one out, I may get into a little bit of Twins bingo unless I get interrupted. Our Twins are 57 and 53 so far this season. And before I get into our last game, which isn't an exciting game, so I'm not really in a hurry, we do have a coverall winner, and it's a split win between Heavy J over at Waterville Event Center and Big Winner over at the Hideaway Bar. Good job to all these winners in this game number 16. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 17, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play. But in that Twins game that we just had, Dodgers extended their season-high winning streak to 10 games. And man, am I glad that we're no longer playing the Dodgers, that they are so hot. They beat us 8-5 on Wednesday night. But today, we are going to have a little bit of an easier game. I mean, that's not hard if we're comparing them to the Dodgers, as the Dodgers are the #1 team in the power rankings. But they're taking on the Angels. They're heading over to California to take them on at 8:38 tonight. Should be a really fun game, so stick around, play a little Skull Bingo while you're watching our Twins take on the Angels, and even maybe play a little bit of our great E-Tab game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for, and that's called Twins Win. Play wherever you guys are playing Pilot games at, and even check out that Home Run Derby bonus round to see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes. But we also have Lunchtime Bingo, which we play some Twins Bingo there as well. And we got some standings that you earn points for during that Lunchtime Bingo, and we call it the Twiking Zone. In 10th place, we got Puts over at Knuckleheads Bar and Grill with 34,000 points. With 36,000 points in 9th place, we got Juicy Loser over at VFW Columbia Heights. 8th place is Tez over at Poppers with 53,000 points. With 75,000 points in 7th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley. 6th place is Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 84,000 points. With 87,000 points in 5th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's. 4th place is Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 90,000 points. With 107,000 points in 3rd place, we got Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine. 2nd place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 121,000 points. And with 123,000 points in 1st place, we got Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park. And I can't wait to see which one of these players come out on top, as Sin Bob and Loser Dave seem to be duking it out during that Lunchtime Bingo. But on the location side of these standings in 10th place, we got the Floppy Crappie over at Pokegama Township with 40,000 points. 49,000 points in 9th place, we got Cooper's Restaurant in Egan. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 62,000 points. With 70,000 points in 7th place, we got Miniger's Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 83,000 points. With 129,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 141,000 points. And 3rd place, it's Corky's Bar South Haven with 203,000 points. Before I get into our top 2 locations, though, we do have Jim Rocks over at Adagio's New Brighton taking home $42 on that line prize. And now we're working on that $3,762 large frame jackpot. We'll see if we can give it up, as we got 9 balls away. Kimmy won over at Nisawell Legion. But our top 2 locations in the Twiking Zone, in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 236,000 points. And the first location to get into the 300,000 point club in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 305,000 points, trying to remain the champions in these standings as they won it in Season 11 and now trying to win it in Season 12. But if you guys want to not play a little bit of live bingo, want to take a break from it, I don't blame you. Try out our eTab games while you're taking that break, because we got a bunch of great Lorette Party. It's super, super fun. You can pick out your different character you play as well as some great graphics and an even better bonus round. You guys can also try out the over 50 different Charitable eTab games that we have. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well. But as you guys are getting after this jackpot, let's see if we give it out. No, moving on to a must-go prize of $67 on that large frame. I'm going to get into a little bit of music history. And then today in 1991, Metallica releases their 5th album, which is a self-titled but commonly known as the Black Album. It goes to #1 in 8 countries, including America, where it sells 16 million copies. Definitely a huge one that has a bunch of Metallica's best hits. We do have a large frame must-go prize going out to LPKV over at Waterville Event Center, taking home $67. And we got that must-go coverall prize, and it's a pretty good one, as we got Matt Ang over at VFW Zumbrota taking home that $101 coverall prize. Good job to all these winners in this game number 18, but we do have Jim Rocks actually won that line prize, getting on our jackpot list, taking home $1,158. Good job, Jim Rocks. Definitely some nice stuff. I'm going to be taking a break for the next 2 games, and we'll be back for some more Skull Bingo. But enjoy. I mean, you guys can still play Skull Bingo. I'll be back to come host some more Skull Bingo with you guys.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
guys, over the past weekend, we ended up giving out 9 jackpots over the weekend, and that is an awesome, awesome weekend in Season 12, and I can't wait to talk about these winners.
Oh, yeah, but the first one that went out on Friday went out to Rondo over at Patrick's on 3rd, taking home $845.10.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Gio on Friday over at Bleachers, taking home $1,195.
Yeah, good job. We also had Hooey over at Outtakes, taking home $1,120.
That's right, and then Saturday got started off right with the largest jackpot of the weekend, going out to Bliss over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $6,175.
Then we had Why Not Me Q over at Boulder Tap House Rochester, taking home $924.
Nicely done. And then finishing out Saturday, we had Teresa Jim over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $765.
Well, to start off Sunday, we had Betty over at Manana Hilltop Tavern, taking home $3,789.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Rox Jim over at Adagio's, taking home $886.
Yeah, and the final jackpot of these lovely 9 jackpots we gave out was Vicky over at Ottertail Supper Club, taking home $1,822. And make sure you guys come out for our live bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. We love giving out these jackpots, and hopefully we can see your name get added to this list. Hey guys, and I'm back for some more Skull Bingo. 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. $67,462 of total prizes. And I got one final music day in history for you guys as you guys get into this game number 20. And that's in 2008, the Jonas Brothers, A Little Bit Longer, featuring the hit single Burnin' Up, debuts at number 1 in America. Definitely some cool stuff, as the Jonas Brothers were huge for definitely some time. But a little reminder for you guys, if you guys want to earn points on PGL nights, maybe get access to insider information, even get a monthly newsletter that has everything Pilot games in it, you got to be signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. That's a really awesome site to be at, as well as you'll be getting information about our PyCon. Now our PyCon is sold out for this upcoming year, as it's going to be September 15th at the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite great park, and I mean, and no wonder it got sold out. We got ZZ Top playing there. It's going to be an absolute blast. They're going to be playing all their special hits at a private event just for you guys who got signed up. So make sure you guys come out, hear about the new products from Pilot Games, as well as meet with legislators. We do have Brown Dog over at Lobos Bar and Grill. Take it home, $25. Now we're working on that $3,906 large frame prize. We'll see if we can give it out, as well as that $67,701 coverall prize. We got big winner already 5 balls away. But players who already got signed up are Harley Girl, Jekka Joe, Gojo, Clydo928, Priscilla, El Metro, Crusher, E-Payment, CK Minnesota 03, Becky T, Ward T, Brother JM Bash 21, Just Meg, Cam Da Bam, Nelly, Coolio 17, Ashley S, Finsky 505, Angel Ma, Bread 732, Charlie U, Vodka Queen, as well as Lori. Good job to getting signed up at PGL.world. And maybe you can make our PGL standings, which sit like this. In 10th place, we got Panda over at the roadside with 276,000 points, with 277,000 points. In 9th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 8th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 291,000 points. With 309,000 points in 7th place, we got Diesel over at Eagle St. James. 6th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 337,000 points. With 343,000 points in 5th place, we got Devoided over at the roadside. 4th place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 370,000 points. With 400,000 points in 3rd place, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners. 2nd place is Bergar over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 420,000 points. And with 498,000 points in 1st place, we got Forget You D over at Eagles Austin. Now moving over to the location side of these standings. But before I do so, we have a large frame winner, as we got Big Winner as well as Landan, Bunny, all splitting up that large frame prize of $40 as we clicked over to a $61 Musco coverall, as we got Lindy 10 over at 10 Spot Royalton, taking home $61. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 20. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 21 with that coverall and large frame jackpot still growing, and that line prize growing as well. You should definitely get enrolled and press play. And while you guys are getting enrolled, I got some location standings, the PGL location standings to get into. 10th place is Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,054,000 points. With 1,119,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fredley. 8th place is Clancy's on Island Lake in Park Rapids with 1,143,000 points. With 1,235,000 points in 7th place, we got the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. 6th place is Billy's Rockford with 1,259,000 points. With 1,354,000 points in 5th place, we got the Miltona Liquor Store. 4th place is VFW Northfield with 1,453,000 points. With 1,717,000 points in 3rd place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. 2nd place is the Mabel Liquor Store with 1,765,000 points. And with 1,918,000 points in 1st place, we got Poppers in Virginia. Definitely some great stuff, and we love those PGL nights, so make sure you guys come out on Tuesday as well as Wednesday to earn those great points. But we do have a great E-Tab game that we teamed up the Minnesota Wild for, so I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about it, and that is Let's Go Wild. You guys can even check out that Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourselves some really, really good prizes. Super fun game, so make sure you guys are checking it out. We love our sports-themed E-Tab games. But I do have a little fishing report to get into, as many of our E-Tabs are themed after fishing. And while you guys got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 21, make sure you continue to get enrolled. And we're checking in with the Bemidji Area Lakes by Explore Minnesota on August 4th. And they got a great update, as the bass bite has been phenomenal in the Bemidji area lakes. Slinging plastic frogs into lily pads and swallow weeds offer lots of fast action. During the day, plastic worms, tube jigs, and jig worms have been best. Walleye anglers continue to take some fish when they use live bait rigs or spinner rigs with leeches or crawlers. Look at Bemidji, Black Duck, and Cass Lake chain for the most fish. Crappies and bluegills continue to bite in the deep weed edges. The best presentations are small jigs and plastics and a crappie minnow or small leeches under a slip bobber. Definitely some great stuff there. But we do have some great prizes in this game of Skull Bingo. $521 on that line prize. We'll see if we can give it out in just, it'll have to go out on this 10th ball right here. Let's see if it does. And it doesn't look like it's happening. Moving on, as I'm not sure if they won that or not. We got Irish Party as well as San splitting up that what looks to be $25 line of prize as we now work on a over $4,000 large frame jackpot. We'll see if we can give it out. But just a reminder, if you guys do take home any of these jackpots, send in a player pick. We love seeing those player pictures of jackpots, but not just jackpots. We love seeing them of you having a good time playing Pilot games, just yourself, maybe with your favorite bartender, or some of your good friends playing Pilot games. It's a great player picture, and you can share those on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. You can also post them onto any of your social media with the hashtag PilotGames, and we'll be able to get those as well. We love those player picks, and we show them off all the time. But we do have a little bit of Vikings news, as the Vikings are looking to trade for a center. They're exploring options for trading for a center, as I know that's a worry for a lot of us Vikings fans, as Garrett Bradbury was not a great center for us last year, but with a new scheme and everything like that, I know a lot of people had hoped that he would take a next step, and if he doesn't, it looks like we may be trying to take a look at the centers available on the market. And so make sure you guys are staying tuned with that, as we may be picking up ourselves a nice center option in the next few weeks. But if you guys want to send some luck to that search, make sure you guys play the great ETAB game Vikings Victory. We teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for it, and you can even pick a letter in that skull bonus and see if you can win some really big prizes. But we do have that large frame prize going out to Rubber Ball over at Hathley's Bar, taking home $41, and we are on to a $61 must-go coverall prize, as we got big winner one ball away. We'll see if we can give this one out. Should be fun stuff, as we got some fun celebrity birthdays on today. And born in 1887, Erwin Schrödinger was born, an Australian physicist and Nobel Prize laureate, as he helped out with wave mechanics. We do have Just Win over at Shooter Saloon and Eatery, taking home that $61 coverall prize. Good job to all those winners in this game number 21. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 22, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as those jackpots continue to grow. But I'll wait to get a for sure on that line prize before I head off for you guys, and then I'll be back to talk about these last games of Skull Bingo, as well as our final game of Lucky 4 Bingo. But next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1910, we got Jane Watt, an American actress known for Father Knows Best, as well as Star Trek. In 1918, Guy Gibson was born, the British aviator who led the Dam Buster, the Victoria Cross. In 1963, Sir Mix-a-Lot was born. His name is Anthony Ray. He's an American rapper who is famously known for making Baby Got Back. In 1971, Pete Sampras, an American tennis player, was born. He's won 14 Grand Slam titles during his career. In 1973, Gray Delisle was born, an American country singer-songwriter who is an auto harp player and is a voice actress for a bunch of different Nickelodeon characters. In 1975, Casey Affleck, an American actor, was born. He did Manchester by the Sea, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. He did that as well. And in 1988, Tyson Fury was born, the British heavyweight champion professional boxer. In 1991, Lakeith Shanfield, an American actor who did Straight Outta Compton, as well as many other things, as I think he's a really up-and-coming actor that's really doing a good job. But in that game number 21, it looks like that line prize was not a jackpot. Enjoy this game number 22, and I'll be back for some more action in this happy hour. 30 points. With 278,230 points in 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 4th place is Burgar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 282,650 points. Third place with 286,880 points, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. Second place is Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 345,205 points. With 367,335 points, finding themselves in first place, we got a big-time player, Forget You D, over at VFW Austin.
That is some big-time stuff, but on the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 825,545 points. With 845,790 points right ahead of him in 9th, it's LJ's in Miltona. 8th place now sits with Corner Pocket and Rice with 868,550 points. But with 904,320 points in 7th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 6th place sits with Billy's Rockford with 923,335 points. Then to the 1 million point club. 5th place sits with VFW Northfield with 1,170,665 points. With 1,354,820 points in 4th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 3rd place is Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,512,980 points. With 1,643,255 points in 2nd place, it's Mabel Liquor Store. And in 1st place, last season's champions are holding strong as Poppers in Virginia is in 1st place with 1,665,140 points.
Definitely a great standings. Make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world to make sure you guys can earn points on those PGL nights, as well as get a bunch of insider information, including a few things about PyCon. There it is, 53 balls. Hey guys, and I'm back for some more Skull Bingo. We're in the final game of Skull Bingo. Super fun stuff. Been a great Friday happy hour. And as you guys got 20 seconds to get enrolled in this final game, I'm going to head into the Twiking Zone one last time. And I'll just talk about our top 5. As in 5th place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 87,000 points. With 90,000 points in 4th place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. 3rd place is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 107,000 points. with 121,000 points. In second place, we got Simbop over at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in first place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 123,000 points. But we got these jackpots on the line for this one. We got an $866 line prize, a $4,305 large frame prize, and a $68,026 coverall prize. We'll see if we can give out any of these in the final game of this Friday. If we don't give it out, don't worry though. Stick around just after that final game of Lucky 4 Bingo, and you'll get more opportunities at Skull Bingo as well. But on to the location top 5 on the Twiking Zone. 5th place, you got VFW Blaine with 129,000 points. Before I get into that 4th place location, we got Lucky Us over at VFW Osaki's, taking home $32. Good job, Lucky Us, as we now work on that $4,000 prize. 4th place, though, it's Poppers in Virginia with 141,000 points. With 203,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 236,000 points. And with 305,000 points in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. Definitely some awesome standings there, location and player side. But let's talk about the game that happened right before I got back on air, and that was round number 22 of Skull Bingo, as we had a line prize winner of Ladybug over at Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant, Terry at VFW Brooklyn Park, as well as a Rude over at Neighbors Pub Dover, and another one, we got Ed Burr over at St. Mathis Bar and Grill. All of them splitting up $28 on that line prize. The large frame prize went out to AJ Cool 24, taking home he was over at Moe's Mounds View, taking home $44, and then $67 went out to Terry over at VFW Brooklyn Park, as well as Dot over at Clear Grit. Both of them splitting up $67. Awesome stuff there. As if you guys plan on going to the Minnesota State Fair, I got some new food that you guys need to try. But before we get into that, we got Wheezy over at Double R Saloon, taking home that must-go large frame prize of $52. And we only got one more ball to give out this $68 jackpot. No, it's not going out. $78 on that coverall jackpot. We'll see who can get the win on this one, as all that Skull Bingo jackpots are going to be growing and rolling to our next, till that 6 to 10 time that you get more Skull Bingo action. But we got Nunya79 over at Beck's Pub, taking home that $78 must-go coverall prize. Feels a little bit lucky, just one number off. You had 79 at the end of your name, and you took home $78. Great stuff. Only 4 balls away from taking home that jackpot, though, so definitely come out for that 6 to 10 time of Skull Bingo. But now we're getting into some Lucky 4 Bingo. 2 minutes to get enrolled in this final game of this happy hour, and we got $27,000 on the line. Let's see if we can give it out. But the new Minnesota State Fair food, chicken and Swiss sausage. This sounds right up my alley. Grilled chicken sausage, custom made with chunks of Swiss cheese and asparagus, ground pineapple, bacon, and jalapeno served on a bun. It's served over at the gas station grill. It's west side of Cooper Street between Dan Patch and Judson Avenue, outside southeast corner of the food building. Definitely a great stop, as I mean, who doesn't want some chick and Swiss sausage? But some movies that were released on today. In 2005, Four Brothers was released, which has a pretty star-studded cast, as I know Mark Wahlberg is at least in this movie. But it also has Tyrese Gibson. You got Andre 3000, Terrence Howard. Let's see. And a bunch of other people I recognize. You got Garrett Hedlund as well. Just a really star-studded cast. Sofia Vergara is in it. Really cool. 2011, 30 Minutes or Less was released. This is a Jesse Eisenberg movie where Jesse Eisenberg brings in all of his awkwardness. He does such a good job of it. And it's got other big-time comedic actors with Danny McBride, Aziz Ansari. He's a big-time actor from what I know him from is Parks and Recreation. We got Nick Swardson and Michael Panay all in that movie of 30 Minutes or Less. In 2016, Sausage Party was released, a very, very raunchy adult comedy that came out that I was not expecting when I first watched it. It's one of the main voice is Seth Rogen in it, but it's also got James Franco, Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, Kristen Wiig, a huge, huge cast. And we got balls dropping in this game of Lucky 4 Bingo. And in 2022, Day Shift was released on today. It had a big time cast with Jamie Foxx, a huge, huge name. But we are clicking past that mega prize, and we're moving on to a major that we still are in line to win, no longer in line to win. We're going to have to try and give out that mini. But on today, on August 12th, 1990, fossil hunter Susan Hendricks discovered 3 huge bones jutted out of the cliff near Faith, South Dakota. They turned out to be part of the largest ever Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton ever discovered. A 65 million year old specimen dubbed Sue after its discovery. We do have DYL at 1 ball away. We'll see if they can take home this $8 must-go prize. As I'm going to talk about our player spotlight for today, and that's Pepper over at Moose Lodge Weight Park, who took home $35,894 over the weekend, and they are supporting the Moose Lodge 1400 Weight Park. And their mission is to be a fraternal program and community service within their lodge and chapter. We got DLY and Doc splitting up that $8 must-go prize. Definitely some good stuff for all those players. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled into some more Skull Bingo because those jackpots are huge right now in this game. And remember, when you guys play Pilot games, your community wins.
Guys, over the past weekend, we ended up giving out 9 jackpots over the weekend, and that is an awesome, awesome weekend in Season 12, and I can't wait to talk about these winners.
Oh, yeah, but the first one that went out on Friday went out to Rondo over at Patrick's on 3rd, taking home $845.10.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Gio on Friday over at Bleachers, taking home $1,195.
Yeah, good job. We also had Hooey over at Outtakes, taking home $1,120.
That's right, and then Saturday got started off off right with the largest jackpot of the weekend going out to Bliss over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $6,175.
Then we had Why Not Me Q over at Boulder Tap House Rochester, taking home $924.
Nicely done. And then finishing out Saturday, we had Teresa Jim over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $765.
Well, to start off Sunday, we had Betty over at Manana Hilltop Tavern, taking home $3,789.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Rox Jim over at Adagio's, taking home $886.
Yeah, and the final jackpot of these lovely 9 jackpots we gave out was Vicky over at Ottertail Supper Club, taking home $1,822. And make sure you guys come out for our live bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. We love giving out these jackpots, and hopefully we can see your name get added to this list.